So here we are again, and in this lecture we are going to talk about TouchOSC. We've already talked about OSC, Open Sound Control. TouchOSC is the ability to create templates based around Open Sound Control to allow you to control other applications either via OSC or through MIDI enabled devices. Essentially what it's going to allow us to do is to send and receive open sound control and MIDI messages over Wi-Fi or over a cable in that matter, and to control core MIDI compatible software, hardware and mobile apps. So how does it work? As I mentioned, it either works over a USB or lightning cable or via wireless. That's up to you. Both can be set up. What we're doing at the moment and what's in front of us here is TouchOSC Editor, where you can create your own templates to control particular apps. Obviously you can see right in front of us at the moment that I have a template that I've created here for Remix Live. Essentially what I've got is I've copied the pad layout of Remix Live, and on each pad you will see what I have done is I have changed its color. As we can see down along, we've got different colors. We can dictate where on the page the actual cube that I've created is. I'll show you how to create buttons in just a second. This button I have assigned to be used as MIDI rather than OSC. It's a MIDI note that I'm going to send on channel 1, and the note number I'm going to send is C#-2 of a velocity between 0 and 127. Which if you are aware of MIDI, you will realize that it goes between 0 to 127 for its velocity. Obviously, as I go across the notes, you'll see the next one is D-2, D#-2, E-2, F-2, and so on, and the notes just keep going. You need to be very careful about not duplicating notes, or else you get a double hit and control two parameters with one note. That won't go down too well, and you'll be wondering what's happening, so do be careful about that, okay? On another page that I've created in here for Remix Live, once we get to the EQ section, that's exactly what I've got. You've got the highs, you've got the mids, you've got the low, you've got a filter, and you've got a volume control. So that's what I've done. I've made those templates by left clicking and creating something. A push button, shall we say. Now our push button is created. In here, we can enable its value. We can enable it to be a note, and for it to send a channel note and a note that we would like to send for this button. I'm going to delete this, and what we're going to do is that template that we have there, I have running on the iPad at the moment. That iPad is connected via the USB cable onto my laptop, and it is controlling Remix Live. So in order for us to get what's happening on the iPad to control Remix Live, we need to stream in the data that's been sent across TouchOSC, and we're going to do that by calling up the TouchOSC Bridge app, which you can download from their website. Essentially this works the exact same as Studio Mux. It shows us that there's one USB connection. I've already taught Remix Live using our MIDI learn function, where our TouchOSC Bridge, about these particular boxes. I programmed the top row so that when I press a button on my iPad, we can see that the pad it's been programmed to starts to play, and I can also see the push button that I've got on my iPad is highlighted to show me that it's playing. So we'll press another one, we'll get our snares in there. Next two, hats and bass, and then we'll get some music going in. So we can see the top row are all turned on. We get feedback to turn those two off, feedback again to turn those two off, feedback again to turn those two off, and on we go. And we just program. So now, if we desire, we can now play Remix Live using our iPad, so we don't have to sit in front of the laptop. If we were able to have both those two iPads controlling one Remix Live, one Remix Video, in conjunction with our S8, in conjunction with our mixing desk, or whatever the case may be, you can see how we can quickly build up using a lot of tools placed in front of us where we can stay there and perform rather than being stuck on the laptop trying to produce things and switching between apps as quick as we can. Everything is now at our fingertips. So that is TouchOSC. That's how we get it in there. Some templates come with TouchOSC Editor. If you go online, you will find there are forums that are full of templates that are up there that you can download. They're for free. Absolutely great. People have put them up for you. It's a brilliant community. You'll find one for most everything between Ableton, Tractor, some extremely complicated ones up there. The one that I've created is obviously very simple, very basic, a few push buttons and some volume faders. There isn't a huge amount to it. I invite you to give it a go yourself. It can be a little bit tedious, but it can be very rewarding when you are creating templates for the things that exactly you want to control, and then you can build your own controller to act in the manner that you want it to act, customized to yourself, which should leave no barriers to your creativity and no barriers to your music making abilities. I hope you enjoy it. Get into it. Let me know how you're getting on. We'll talk in the next lecture.